Hello, howdy, hey, good evening, good day. I'm InkHexGuardian and welcome to Storytime Sketchbook. Today's sketch is the redraw of a drawing back I did in 7th or 8th grade. It was some pen, it was all pen on some graph paper, and it's actually the origin of my current Discord avatar. Some things to know about me to begin with, if you already couldn't tell from previous videos, if you haven't watched them. If you have watched them, I don't blame you if you haven't. I like birds. I think they're cool and I think they're pretty. So that was definitely the inspiration behind this character. It was almost, I also like fantasy. She was almost kind of like a harpy, but I added like a mask, so she was kind of like this superhero, like this bird superhero. And I thought that was really cool, and I had been wanting to do a redrawing of some of my older art for a while. So I finally got the guts up and went and did it, and I'm really happy with how this one turned out. You can see as it goes on, I sketched out the pose, did some altering, and I went through with different colors and sketched out how I wanted the hair to be, the anatomy of the wings, the main body, where the outfit was going to be, and you can see me working on the face right here, and you can tell I was as I was trying to keep, since it was a redraw, I was trying to keep it somewhat close to the original intention. And I was actually amazed when I was redrawing this of how much I remembered about this character while I was redrawing, because for some stuff it's kind of difficult to be like, what was I thinking in that moment? But this one I'm like, I know exactly what I'm thinking. I'm just gonna redraw it, and it was almost as if I was drawing it back as a doodle in that drawing class. And part of it was doing a redraw was allowed me to make some design changes, or at least change a little bit of the anatomy so it worked better. Because you can see the legs, they're not as cramped and uncomfortable as they were as in the previous drawing. Granted, it was made in pen when I did it first, a couple of years ago. But yeah, you can see that they're more kind of flowing, I guess. And even then, my anatomy's not the best, but I like how this one turned out. I say anatomy. This girl's got wings for hands. So, yeah. And basically, I'm not the best at explaining my drawing process, as I've just kind of developed it over the years of just sketching and doodling every day. But I wanted to definitely, as I said, keep that original idea going. You can see, sorry for how much the camera moves around a lot. The Timelapse system built into Sketchbook Autodesk, which is the service I use. It was free. I don't know if it still is. But yeah, the time-lapse captures every time you move the camera, every time you do a brush and everything, every time you erase, undo, so on so. And you can see me making the palette right here. That was another thing that I was really excited to do on digital that I really couldn't do in the just black and white pen, was I was able to color her how I imagined. And you can tell that I also put the background as a kind of tan, beige, however you want to call this color, so that I could see the darker colors and the lighter colors much easier than having just the plain white canvas. Which is my tip to any of you digital artists as well, because sometimes you might be working with lighter colors and not see some of the lines if you want to do a cleaner rep, I guess. Yeah, so part of the story behind this bird character was that I think it was that they were a superhero. However, I don't know how they did their superheroing when they didn't have arms, and it could have been they could have transformed their hands into wings, but I think a majority of it is that's just how she is. She's got wings on her hands, or wings. She's as I said earlier, a harpy. And yeah, so, and I can imagine she has a lot of fun doing it, or at least trying to do some better in the world. But yeah, it was really cool to bring this back into the imagination. I'm really glad how she turned out because, yeah, I don't know. I guess I could come up with a story. Should we? I haven't even named her. If you guys have a name suggestion, you can drop it in the comments below, and I'll see about getting to it. And who knows? And thinking back on it, she could totally be more of like a scouting, like a rescue hero, like maybe in like a more foresty environment, helping people find their way back if they're lost or if they're in danger. And she could probably also help prevent some fires, or at least like, yeah, I think she would work good as like a scouting or like a rescue sort of deal. And maybe she can, like, even if there's like fire in the city, she can reach to the higher floors, if that needs to happen. Although probably not the best plan since she has wings. And then, yeah, I don't know. It's a fun possibility to think about what she can, like, because so far she's just this character on paper, or in this case on a screen. And like as I said, I haven't named her. I don't know her full story. There's infinite possibility of where we could lead her and what we can do with her. And yeah, I just think it's really cool. And watching back through this recording, I don't remember how I did the lighting, although I like it very much in this thing. Same with the outlining. I've been kind of like doing different styles of outlining throughout the years, and I haven't found one that I've set liked. I do really love how this one turned out though, between like the solid outlining and the faded kind of outline. I remember the wings were also a difficult part because I wanted to have the skin tone but also have the color of the wings without it being like, yes, colorful, but at the same time. So I'm glad I kind of figured out how to kind of fade it into the feather. And so I kind of had those three main feathers be like almost like the fingers, I guess. It's a weird design choice, but it definitely helped with the situation. Because you can see in the original sketch, that's what I already had going on. But in black and white, it's a lot easier to just be like, yes, this is here. But in color, it's definitely like okay, how do we solve this? It's a fun problem solver. I did later go in and with the final, like I have obviously the original saved, did some color altering of this superhero bird, so that it kind of matched me a little bit when it came to my Discord avatar. Anyways, this is the finished product. I hope you enjoy. Thank you so much for watching. Like and subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. And have a good day, and remember to love yourself. Bye!